Alright, good morning. Today is our final day in New Orleans, and we are starting the day off with a little champagne. Gonna make some mimosas. Dennis, you're gonna be leaving here in just a minute, right? Which kind of stinks, but I think we may be going to the French Quarter. It's kind of raining right now, so we'll see kind of what we end up doing, but... Oh! That was nice. Alright, let's have some mimosas. I came out on the front porch out here. This is my mimosa, and then this is my breakfast. The Chews made some breakfast. We're also going through some leftovers. It's starting to rain a little bit harder, so I don't know if we're gonna end up in the French Quarter or not. We do have to be out of our house in about an hour here. We have to be checked out of our Airbnb, so we have to go somewhere. So I guess we'll see where we end up. It'd be cool to go down to the French Quarter, even if it is kind of raining a little bit, just to kind of walk around and check out the shops down there. Maybe get some lunch, go to check out some jazz. I guess we'll kind of see. All right, one last look at the Airbnb before we head out. I'm actually still not sure where we're going. I think we are still heading downtown, but it is definitely raining, so we may just have a soggy walk around experience of New Orleans, but I guess let's hit the road. And there goes our Uber. Hi, Brennan.
Hi.
We made it to the French Quarter. We're back near Bourbon Street, I'm pretty sure, and we are waiting on the parents and Travis Heatwell, Travis's friend, to get here, and I think we're going to be going inside in a little bit to enjoy some jazz. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
This is the rest of the family. We have a table here kind of in the back of the restaurant. I think they're going to come play jazz back here, but I'm not totally positive. We're checking out the menu right now, and I'm looking at this escargot a la Bordelais. Okay, thank you, Brennan. And this potage alligator au sherry. So alligator soup and snails. So the jazz band has moved into the room that we are sitting in. We got a couple drinks right over here. I got this Sazerac, which is New Orleans' oldest cocktail from the 1840s. And then Brennan got this drink right here, the Pimm's Cup. So we're gonna listen to some jazz music and enjoy our drinks until the food arrives, which is right now. Okay, so those are actually the appetizers that arrived, but these are the entrees. This is my alligator bisque. This is the escargot. And then over here, this is an oysters a la Rockefeller, which according to this card that they gave us, they've sold 4,087,549 of since 1889. So that is pretty interesting, but now it's time to indulge in this because it's going to be fantastic. Cake for Travis, and that song that they just played was actually requested by Travis for them to play for his birthday. Where we're at right now since 1840. Alright, we are all done inside Antoine's restaurant, and now I believe we're walking to the French markets. It is still pouring down rain outside, unfortunately, which kind of stinks. Alright, so we actually made it down to the New Orleans Cathedral. I think we're heading inside. So the building we actually came inside is called the Cabildo. The cathedral is right next door. So the building in which you now stand is called the Cabildo, named after the Spanish governing body that once met here. When the French ruled Louisiana, this state included a police station, a courtroom, and a prison. After Spain took over, the government built a new town hall on this site. So this is the Cabildo right here next to the cathedral. And since 1803, the Cabildo has served various government functions, housing the City Hall and the Louisiana Supreme Court. but then it had a grand opening in 1912 as the museum. And this is kind of interesting. It was the site of the France to United States Louisiana purchase transfer. So that's gonna be interesting. So, okay, now I know where we are. Okay, so this is pretty cool. This is just kind of an exhibition, just kind of celebrating New Orleans in general. And I like this quote up here: "We dance even if there's no radio, we drink at funerals, we talk too much and laugh too loud and live too large, and frankly, we're suspicious of others who don't." That's fun. This place has a few different levels to it that we're gonna be exploring, and then I'm pretty sure we're gonna go on the other side of the cathedral to another museum that showcases Hurricane Katrina and then Mardi Gras. So we're in the portion of the museum that is covering the Battle of New Orleans, but something that I've always thought was incredibly interesting was the Louisiana Purchase. This entire territory was purchased for $15 million in 1803, which today converts to about $340 million, which is almost the entire budget of just a single feature film, and they purchased this entire acreage of land, which I think today is worth about $1.2 trillion. And they purchased it from France, and a lot of Federalists were worried that they were funding a war against Spain, but I don't know, I've always thought that was incredible. This is one of the biggest and just craziest purchases throughout all of history worldwide. So I made kind of an embarrassing mistake. Right next to us is the St. Louis Cathedral. It's not the New Orleans Cathedral, but we are right across from Jackson Square. And right back there is Cafe Du Monde. So this is pretty cool. We should be going outside and then going over to the other museum here in just a little bit once we explore a little bit more. So that's where I was, right over there looking out at Jackson Square. There's this big area right in here, and again there are two exhibits. Right over here is the Battle of New Orleans exhibit from 1815. There's no photos in there due to sensitive exhibits. Over here is the Butterfly Man exhibit, which is about specific furniture making, I'm pretty sure. And then there was something upstairs, but I think most everybody went upstairs and checked it out. They said it wasn't anything crazy, so we are going to be going to the other museum now. And here we are, right outside the St. Louis Cathedral, heading right over here to the other museum. Brennan, your cousin's getting married here, isn't she?
He.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know how they swing that, but...
Okay, so we're inside, and again, I'm pretty sure this museum showcases Mardi Gras upstairs and then Katrina downstairs. So I'm now upstairs in the Mardi Gras exhibit. I did not film anything in the Katrina exhibit downstairs because I think it's a little bit more of a bleak subject material that's kind of self-explanatory when it comes to the timeline of the event, the disaster relief efforts, and just kind of what they had on display down there with items from the time of Katrina and the different videos, pictures and whatnot that they had. And now I'm gonna kind of walk around the Mardi Gras exhibit. They have this kind of similar hallway over here that they did to the other museum, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to update that, I guess, a little bit. It's about 2:30 right now. Our flight out is at 6:45, so we're probably gonna explore here a little bit longer and then kind of make our way towards the car and then head off to the airport. So I've walked around the exhibit a couple times up here for Mardi Gras, and this hallway here pretty much encompasses all that Mardi Gras is about. This sign here says, "What is Mardi Gras? Mardi Gras, it's not just New Orleans. From costumed men dancing on horseback to dogs festooned with feathers, Mardi Gras is a mammoth Louisiana festival. A quick sampling of the names of carnival processions hint at the revelry found across the state. Built upon a European foundation, Mardi Gras has evolved into a multicultural celebration that also draws from the roots of Louisianians of African and Caribbean descent. Carnival has many faces: playful, comical, satirical, grotesque, theatrical, serious, homespun, all of which combine to form a unique holiday. From the first simple observance of the day in 1699 to today's lavish balls and parades, Mardi Gras tells the story of Louisiana, reflecting the culture of all its people." And then over here it's talking about the floats, kincates, doubloons. In here it has a bunch of costumes and all sorts of things, but I think we're about to head downstairs. All right, there's the museum that we just came out of right there. Here's the St. Louis Cathedral. Jackson Square is right behind me, right over there. And there's the Cabildo. And we are heading up back to the parking garage, I guess, where my mom and dad parked their car to be taken to the airport. The making our way to the car. Brennan and I took a picture right over there with this little camera that I've been trying to take a bunch of pictures with. Right over here is Brennan's restaurant, so that's fun. But the group is way up there, so I guess I better catch up. All right, and here we are. We made it back to the parking garage. The street's giving me some New York vibes. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Roy.
So you just dropped us off at the airport. There's Dad in there. Hi, Dad.
An awesome time.
It was an incredible time. We have to go catch our flight. We were driven by Mom and Dad and the Chews, who already went inside. Brendan and I are heading out.
Got to redistribute a couple of things.
I know, but we gotta get going, so we'll see you soon. Bye, Mama. All right, cool. We just printed our boarding passes, and now we are heading downstairs to head through security, which actually looks pretty busy. And then we'll make it to our gates. Okay, we made it through security, and we are making our way down towards our gate. We're about 2 hours early for our flight, so we're super on time today, so we have plenty of time to go get some food or some Bloody Marys or something. Hi, Brennan. So we walked all the way down to our gates, and we made sure that it was there, and it was, and so we started scouting around for a food place, which we found one called Mondo. So Brennan, what'd you get? Looks like a grilled cheese.
Yeah, pimento grilled cheese.
That looks awesome. And then I got myself some lasagna here and some fries. We both got a couple Bloody Marys. We still have an hour and a half before our flights. Okay, so we just finished up at Mondo. I had a delicious vegetable lasagna, and then Brennan had a pimento grilled cheese sandwich with bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And did you enjoy it?
I did. I never thought to put pimento cheese on a grilled cheese. It was actually really good.
Yeah,
I might
and
try it myself one day.
my lasagna was also fantastic, and then we both got our Bloody Marys because you gotta get some Bloody Marys on a vacation, which we've had a lot of. We've had like 3 or 4, but they've been great. Now we're gonna head over to Cafe Du Monde because they have one here at the airport, and we're gonna get some beignets. And here it is, a tiny little Cafe Du Monde, which is where we got some beignets. Am I saying all of this wrong?
Just go back to calling them bidets.
No, I called them bidets once, but they're beignets. So we got 3 of them, similarly to the actual Cafe Du Monde over by the St. Louis Cathedral. And then we got a couple other things here. I got some beignet mix.
And I got myself some coffee.
And yeah, Brenna got herself some coffee, so we can kind of replicate some really cool Cafe Du Monde, I guess, foods and drinks. And now we're gonna head over towards our gates over here. You can see a advertisement right over there for the World War II National Museum, so that's cool. Okay, so Brendan's gonna shake up our beignets a little bit to get the sugar back on them. And here's a better look at the beignet mix that I bought, and then Brendan's coffee that she got. Take a nice bite, don't sneeze.
Oh no. I'm a crash.
Oh man, all right, alcohol and sugar. We always really set ourselves up for success for plane trips, right, Brennan? That is so good.
You're already making a mess.
So, there was something that I never mentioned, or showed, or talked about, and that is what happened to Dennis.
You never talked about it?
I never even mentioned that he left. Dennis left at like 9 in the morning.
We're sad to say that today,
no,
Dennis went home early.
He went home early. Yeah, he had the earliest flight of the day, so everybody pretty much woke up and started getting all the bags ready to go and packed up and stuff. And his flight out was bright and early in the morning, so he had to hop in an Uber and head out. But I asked him to, he's now home safe and sound because it's been hours. I asked him to send me a Snapchat from when he was at the airport, so I'm gonna watch that right now.
Hey Roy, and everybody else. Sorry I forgot to say bye very well. I kind of ordered my Uber, and then it showed up like immediately, so I didn't get to give as many hugs as I wanted. But I love everybody. I'll see you again soon. And for Roy's viewers out there, I'm not done. I'm coming back.
That was fun, right?
Did you ever plug his cooking channel?
No, I never did. So Dennis has a new cooking blog, which it kind of corresponds with his old cooking channel that he had, I guess, back in the day.
Yeah.
But now it's called Dinner by Dennis. And
Follow him on Twitter.
I'll put up a little thing up into the corner up here. Dennis is trying to become a more professional chef, in a way. He likes food. All right, so we're about to hop on our plane back to Orlando. Our plane is, of course, right over there. And what's kind of funny is that right over here is a mofo restaurant, which is a Vietnamese pho restaurant that we ate at yesterday, so that's fun. All right, so we're about halfway to Orlando right now. I am reading this book, which is called A Closer Look at the Magic Kingdom's Frontierland, which is what I read on the way to New Orleans, which is a very, very detailed look at Frontierland. It was written by one of my friends. I'm enjoying this ginger ale right here, which Brennan got as well. She's playing the game, and we should be there pretty soon, I think. All right, we just got off of our plane, and we've now made it to Orlando, Florida. It's time to go hop on the People Mover, and then go get our car, and then drive home. And we just got off the automated People Mover. Thankfully, we didn't check any bags, so we can just head straight down to grab our transportation back to our car, take our shuttle, and then we can get back home. We parked in the economy parking lot, so we've been trying to do that the past couple times, and it's been working out pretty well. Okay, so we made it down to the first floor. The third floor is the departing flights, the second floor is the baggage claim, the arriving flights, and then the first floor is gonna be us, the transportation. So we have to make it down to a certain spot down here, and then we'll get back to our car. And there goes our little bus that just dropped us off. Now we have to try to remember where we parked so we can drive home and see the cats. Kitties! Little Calvin and Farley. Calvin's probably 10 times as big now, right? And Farley too. And look who it is. It's Farley and Calvin.
Yay!
Brennan is giving him a couple treats over here.
We're
Yay!
so happy to be home.
They did so good by themselves.
It's Calvin's first time alone.
Yeah, but we had them all set up with food and water, and we've been checking on him from that monitor over there, so we've been making sure that they've been doing really good all by themselves, and they have. I'm so proud. But now we're back home, and we could love them as much as they need, which is a lot. Okay, so I think we are gonna go ahead and end the video here because we're home, and it's about 10:30 at night, so I don't know about you, but I'm pretty tired. This weekend, this extended 4-day weekend in New Orleans was so much fun. Very, very fast paced, which I do definitely enjoy, but man, it really takes it out of you. And we ate so much, we drank a lot more than I planned, but I guess when in New Orleans, you know. Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna be working on cleansing all the yummy food.
But I think it was worth it. It was so much fun, and I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And you know, I do these videos because they're cool to watch back later, so I can see my whole family and watch our adventure back in kind of an expedited kind of a way, you know, a compact kind of a format here on YouTube, which that is a fun medium for me to enjoy. I'm rambling because I'm just kind of tired, but what I think we're gonna do is in a little bit we're gonna watch The Princess and the Frog because it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, why not?
And it'll be cool to kind of, while this is all still fresh, the St. Louis Cathedral and just New Orleans and all the food that we've indulged in and just that kind of atmosphere, you know, it'll be cool to experience it again in kind of a very different kind of a way. Very, you know, it's not the real New Orleans, obviously, it's Disney, but it'll be cool to see all that gumbo and jazz and voodoo, right?
Gumbo, jazz, and voodoo.
That's New Orleans.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.